All right, let's get right into it. We hear all this chatter about AI tools, right? But what if I told you the top founders, they're playing a completely different game? They're not just using tools, they're building entire secret AI workflows that are revolutionizing their businesses from the ground up.
And the results? They're kind of staggering. We're talking about saving 40 hours per week. That is an entire work week, just given back to you. So how on earth are they pulling this off? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
So what is this big secret? You know, it really comes down to one fundamental shift: getting out of the weeds of working in your business and actually getting to work on your business. You know, focusing on the big picture stuff that actually creates growth.
And here's a little hint for you. This has nothing to do with buying the latest, shiniest AI app. It's about a whole new way of thinking. You stop being a worker and you start being an architect. You're designing a system, an automated engine that just works for you. And that brings us right to the heart of it: AI workflows. So let's define exactly what that means, because trust me, this is way bigger than just asking an AI to write a quick email for you.
So an AI workflow isn't about one little task. No, it's a complete end-to-end process. Think of it like a series of dominoes. The AI handles a whole chain of tasks, one after the other, from the very beginning of a project right to the finish line, all on its own.
And here, this is where you can really see the magic. The old manual way to create a blog post? Look at that list. It's like 8, 9, 10 different steps, each one eating up your time. Now look at the AI way. 2 steps. You kick off the workflow, and then you review the finished product. Everything else in the middle? Totally automated. It's an absolute game changer.
So why are the smartest founders jumping on this so fast? It's simple, really. The advantages are just too huge to ignore. They really boil down to 4 key things that give you a massive, almost unfair competitive edge.
Okay, first, and this is the most obvious one, massive time savings. I mean, by automating all that repetitive grunt work, the research, the writing, the data entry, founders are freeing up their time to focus on what only they can do: building relationships, thinking about strategy, and steering the ship.
Second, the amount of stuff you can get done is just on another level. It's exponential. A human can probably write one really good article a day, right? An AI workflow could produce dozens. A salesperson can send a handful of personalized emails. A system can send thousands. This is how you scale your impact without having to scale your payroll.
Which, hey, leads us right into advantage number 3. Your costs go way down. Instead of hiring a bunch of people for marketing and sales and support, you build these automated systems to do all the heavy lifting. This lets you run an incredibly lean, efficient, and way more profitable company.
And finally, number 4, and this one is pretty cool: your business is always on. AI workflows don't need to sleep, they don't take coffee breaks. They are working for you 24/7, generating leads, creating content, and answering questions even when you're completely offline. You literally wake up in the morning and the business has already moved forward.
Okay, so that's the theory. It all sounds great, right? But what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into 3 really powerful examples so you can see this stuff in action.
First up, let's talk about the autonomous content engine. We all know content marketing is crucial for growth, but my God, it is famously time-consuming. Well, this workflow automates the entire thing.
The process here is just incredible. The AI starts by finding trending topics and keywords that people are actually searching for. Then it generates a full SEO-optimized article. It creates custom images to go with it, it publishes it right to your website, and then it even drafts the social media posts to promote it. This one workflow alone can save you 10, maybe 20 hours a week. Easy.
All right, next up, let's talk about the lifeblood of pretty much every business: lead generation. This is another area that has always required tons and tons of manual research. Not anymore.
So check this out. The workflow scours the internet, searching websites and directories for companies that perfectly match your ideal customer. It then extracts their contact info, automatically checks if they're a good fit, drops them right into your CRM system, and get this, it can even generate a personalized outreach message to get the conversation started. It's like having a research team that never sleeps. And for our third example, let's look at customer support. Now, this is a function that can just totally overwhelm a small team. But with an AI workflow, you can handle the vast majority of questions instantly.
So when a customer email comes in, the AI immediately analyzes it.
It searches your company's knowledge base, finds the right answer, generates a helpful response, and sends it automatically. We're seeing systems that can resolve up to 90% of customer issues without a human ever getting involved. Just let that sink in for a second.
So this all sounds great, right? But here's the most crucial part. This isn't just for tech wizards or giant corporations. You can start building these yourself. And it really comes down to a simple 4-step blueprint that anyone can follow.
Here's your plan. Step 1. Identify your biggest time drains. What are those repetitive tasks that you absolutely hate doing? Step 2. Map out every single little step in that process. Just write it down. Step 3. Now the fun part. You use automation platforms to connect different AI tools, basically assigning one to each step you wrote down. And finally, step 4. You test it, you tweak it, you refine it, and you keep optimizing until it's a completely hands-off process.
And that really brings us to the most important takeaway of all. The real competitive advantage in the coming years isn't going to come from just having AI. It's going to come from your ability to design these powerful AI workflows that totally transform how your business operates. The question isn't whether you can afford to do this, it's whether you can afford not to.